attempted forgery by possession. And then after those were final, you were convicted of possession of a controlled substance, a state jail felony, March 22nd of 2006. 2 cases of possession of a controlled substance on that same date. And then after that was final, or those were final, you were convicted of the state jail felony offense of evading arrest or detention, January 6th of 2014. And how do you plead to the charge of fraudulent use or possession of a credit or debit card? I'm sorry? And are those prior convictions true?
Yes.
Did you enter your plea of guilty and true freely and voluntarily? Speak up, please.
Yes, ma'am.
And did you plead guilty because you actually did what they've charged you with? I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Padgett? Do you fully understand them? And it looks like there is not agreement, which means you're leaving your punishment up to the court. And the range of punishment for this offense with those prior convictions would be that of a third-degree felony, which is between 2 years and up to 10 years. And what that means is that I can sentence you anywhere in that range your permission, I can release him and appoint another attorney who could begin preparation for trial a little quicker. Is that okay with you? So, Mr. Rojas, you're released. Miss Berry, we will appoint someone. You want her just to have a seat, or do you already? If you'll have a seat over here, watch for the clerk. She's going to call you up and give you that information and who it is and how to get in touch with them in just a minute. So just kind of sit over here and watch for her to call your name. Okay? Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Are you Terrence Currington? And this is 25 DCCR 1114. Mr. Currington is charged with evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle. And what is the announcement?
Judge, I think we said last time to go over the discovery. Mr. Currington and I haven't had a chance to actually get together. I'm asking for one more reset. I think he's going to call me this week and get something set up.
Mr. Currington, this is going to be the last reset. You need to call Mr. Rojas this week, make an appointment, and go visit with him before that next court date. Don't wait till the week right before court to do that either, because he's busy and you need to give him some time so y'all can get a date. But it's very important. If you've got an attorney that's been given to you free, you need to contact him and go talk to him about your case, okay? Okay, any questions? All right, you're free to go. Stay in touch with your attorney and your bondsman. They'll let you know when you need to come back. Ms. French, Larry Bigelow. Good morning, sir. You're Larry Bigelow. And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Bigelow, in cause number 25 DCCR 1333. Did I say enough? You're charged with a state jail felony offense of solicitation of prostitution from March 28th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with? I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Wilkerson? Do you fully understand them? And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 3-year deferred probation. There would be a $300 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding? Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Bigelow is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
And is there any other history or any reason not to waive pre-sentence report that you can see?
I don't see a reason not to waive, Your Honor.
They'll agree to waive, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Bigelow, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Waive the pre-sentence report, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you reached with the district attorney's office and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 3 years. You're ordered to pay the $300 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, this is a great opportunity because you don't have a felony conviction on your record. And at the end of the probation period, if you successfully complete it, then you'll never have a felony conviction. The case gets UCR 2436, entered a plea of guilty to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I've received that pre-sentence report